These Knicks, man. They, if you're a New York Knicks fan, you should know my pain right now. If you're an NBA fan looking at this team, please feel my pain. Please at least try to understand my pain. It is hard to just try to cheer for this squad when they mess up at the worst time. The worst time. We could have won this game. We could have won this game. So let me get into it because, God damn, I want to get this over with. The Boston Celtics win 105 to Knicks 104. We could have won this game. Of course, there was a bad shot coming from Carmelo Anthony shooting a 3-pointer where he could have moved a lot closer to the rim because we could have made one shot and it would be game over. But he couldn't do that. But I will give Carmelo Anthony, though, he practically kept us in the game towards the end, the very seconds end. He made clutch shots to help this team through because offensively, God, we were awful in the fourth quarter. This just disgraceful. Just disgraceful. So let me look at the Boston Celtics and give them their props. Even though they were held down somewhat, certain players, but they stepped up when they needed to. When the opportunity arose, they kicked in. This team is one of the most underrated teams in the league right now. In the league right now, one of the most underrated. Them, the Toronto Raptors, the Trailblazers. I'm, I think I have one more, but I can't think right now because this team. So let me go into the stats right now for the Boston. Jae Crowder, 20 points. Um, uh, Bradley had 9 points. Sullinger had 9 points. Amir Johnson only had 0 points. And Isaiah Thomas had 32 points, 8 assists. So pretty much we were holding down people other than Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah Thomas was scorching us the entire time. He was aggressive the entire game, pushing the floor, pushing in, try to open the floor. Yeah, he was pretty much the best guy for the starting lineup. Uh, Somewhat of Crowder because we were still guarding him well. Um, uh, Evan Turner had 21 points. Zeller had 12 points. So the bench showed up from the Boston Celtics as well. Um, the New York Knicks held them to 4 out of 20 from the 3-point line. 20%. That is fantastic. That is something to... That's pretty much one of the best things about this game. At least one of the only good things I can really say about this team. The defense is top notch. It's not the best, but we know that they give it their all. They give it their all. Offensively, sorry, the New York Knicks are just terrible. Carmelo Anthony, 30 points. He had a good showing in the first quarter. And he kept the game alive with a few clutch shots down the end. But he did make that bad last shot. I don't know why he took a 3-point shot. He could have moved a little bit more closer. There was still a few seconds on the clock. But he decided to take a 3. He could have took a 2 and we could have still won. Just drive in, pull up on him, bam, win. Porzingis, he only played 20 minutes, but from that 20 minutes, he was phenomenal. He played very good defense and very good offense as well. That's one of the things to look forward to, because eventually they're gonna have to feed him the ball more, because they don't feed him the ball enough. He should be at least averaging around 18 shots. That's, I would say, 18 shots. Carmelo Anthony doesn't have to shoot so much, but the way how this offense does, I do not blame him for taking so many shots this evening. Porzingis, he's a future. He's the future of the Knicks. Gosh. Rob Lopez, solid defensive night. 12 points, 12 rebounds. Arron Afflalo showed up offensively. Also defensively too, a little bit. 17 points. Oh my God. Calderon. He made some terrible plays in this game. He had a somewhat good defensive game, and that's pretty much it. I don't care. He got 13 points right now. He needs to go by the end after this summer. Phil Jackson, he needs to kick bricks right now. Well, kick rocks. Sorry. He needs to kick rocks and get the hell out. He needs to get out now, because we need a better coach other than Rambis, because I don't see him as a future head coach. We need a new point guard. Anyone but Calderon. Get rid of him. Get rid of this sucker, because God, he makes me mad so bad. Oh. I will not be surprised if Carmelo Anthony waives his no trade clause, which he's been holding back, because this guy has been frustrated. It's been clear he is frustrated with this team losing. I would not blame him. I would say, go ahead, leave, please. Waive that trade clause. Let Phil Jackson make a trade for you. Be on your merry way, because there's no way you have to go through this. You should never have to go through this. Even though you did sign that 5-year deal where you could have signed with the Bulls, but you decided to sign with us. I thank you for that, but at the same time, you should never came back. We're not going to the playoffs. That is for sure. It will be, honestly, even though we have nothing to lose, because we have no draft picks, but at the same time, going to the playoffs to only get swept by the Cleveland Cavaliers is just a horrible sight to see. I can't stand these Knicks right now. Peace. I can't